Greetings, friends. There was this image on X circulating about 2 weeks ago. Morgoth reposted it. His comment was absolutely pathetic. I looked at the image and saw three men with the caption, "My husband had a sleepover with his best friends to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy." So this image is rich in things to say. There's a symbolic element I can get into. It encapsulates many things about men today. So in this image, we see three men who look to be somewhere between late 20s to mid 30s, lying down in their sleeping bags and having their pillows, watching the television, about to begin the series of movies, while fresh pizzas, not yet even touched, lay perched atop their bellies. The pizza and the hot cheese acts as a centerpiece to the image. A cheesy, greasy vortex to defile anything wholesome about this activity. Not that there's anything wrong with pizza, but the pizza is literally higher than the man. The two guys, their foreheads are slightly higher than the pizza, but the point is that the pizza is perched on them. The pizza is higher than their heart. So we should be clear from the outset. This happened because the wife gave permission. It would be different if they were having boys' night out at the bar or going to the game without any explicit permission. That would be a very different thing. She gave permission for this because she could manage it. She thought it was cute and it exists within her domain. And we can see that she's most likely the one taking the photo, standing behind the camera, and certainly she's the one that left the caption here describing what's going on because it's her thing too. So many questions come to mind with this image. Did the wife tuck her husband in? Did she tuck in the friends as well? Is the wife comfortable being married to a 30-something-year-old man-child? Why are grown men having a sleepover? Doesn't that stop when you're 10 or 11? Do they go trick-or-treating on Halloween? Do they line up at the mall to talk to Santa at Christmas time? Do they hunt for Easter eggs? These are all legitimate questions based on what we've seen so far. If they're willing to do a sleepover, why not hunt for Easter eggs? What about the inversion or the distortion in the relation between the husband and the wife here? "Hey honey, do you mind if I be a kid? Can I be a boy? You can be my mom." Then she asks him if he's still her husband, and he says, "Yeah, I think so." He gets nestled in his sleeping bag as the Lord of the Rings trilogy begins to play, and they dim down the lights. "But can you leave a nightlight for us?" "You gotta leave the nightlight for the boys." "I'm snug, honey. I'm all zipped up. My friends are also snug. Could you turn the lights down? I'm going to stuff my stomach with cheese and dough and lay down. This is it. Here we go." Regarding this image, I'm hit with the overwhelming sensation that this is forever, this is permanent. Boys will be boys. Men will be boys. Husbands will be boys. Don't forget your pajamas and your teddy bears. These guys look like they were baked with the pizzas. It also looks like they're about to be baked with the pizzas. They're laying down flat, ready to slide into the bread oven. The husband calls out to the wife, "Hey honey, we'll be done in about 10 hours. Don't forget to take us out." And at the same time, we know they've been baking their entire lives, and yet here they are about to be baked. Let's see them off. Let's send them off. Boys, off you go. This is forever. Boys will be boys. Men will be boys. Husbands will be boys. Wives will be mothers to their husbands who are boys. I wonder what J.R.R. Tolkien would think if he saw this image, because they're not consuming Star Wars. They're not consuming low, dumb culture. They're consuming some of the best literature of the 20th century. But what would he think? Tolkien's works were filled with strong male archetypes. Is this message lost on these men? I want to come back to this symbolic aspect of the lowering, the fact that they're down. They have descended into the land of sleep, into the land of death and gluttony. The pizza atop their chest, binge watching something that was high literature. Yes, this is permanent. This is why they descend into sleep, the forever sleep of death. men becoming boys forever, marking this act, showing it and declaring it to the world. Men will be boys and bake us forever. Bake us in gluttony and hedonism and mindless consumption. Wife, will you be my mom? Let me be your son, let me be the boy. Can my friends come over and be boys? Let's be boys. We're in our 30s. But more on the funereal, is that a word? Funereal or funerary aspect to the image. If we do play with my notion that they are descending into the crypt, we have a ritualistic rendering here, which would almost be formal. I almost commend them for the formality of laying down, waiting before they eat the pizza to have the photo taken with the pizza atop them. You are elevating the low to the high. I disagree with that. This image calls to my mind a burial in which the somber and serious and transcendent meaning of the occasion is defiled because Joe here, who passed, always loved Frankie's pizza. So let's get him one extra large, steaming hot Papa Frank's pizza. Let's put it in the coffin with him. Let's lower him down with one of his cherished things, because that is the highest meaning. What you would bury someone with the highest objects of meaning symbolically to them, right? So these guys elevate the pizza and hedonism and being boys. So let's bury them with their pizzas. Let's bake them with their pizzas. And when they're down 7 feet and the earth is piled on top of them, you can remember that that steaming hot pizza is still keeping that box hot. It's smelling good in that box under the earth for some hours afterwards. That grease and that steaming cheese can be yours forever. Yeah, we're sending these guys off. Goodbye, fellas. Enjoy the pizzas as you sink into permanent man-childhood. Your wife is happy for you. She'll tuck you in. She'll bring you more pizza. She'll wipe your face with a napkin. Your wife becomes your mother, and she's babysitting you and your friends. And you chose this. Hasta luego, amigos.